everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca from Becca's Music Room. I'm the music teacher who talks about teacher tips, teacher life, teacherpreneurs, and all things that might hopefully make your life just a little bit easier. Today we're going to talk a lot about goals. So I hope you're not sick of people talking about them yet, because I love goals and I love planning and all of those things that help you get to where you want to be. If there is somewhere you want to be, the way to get there is to set a goal and make a plan and then make it happen. So today we're going to talk actually about 2019 and kind of do a recap, and we're going to talk about what my goals were, whether or not I reached them, and also some income reports because I've had some requests to do more of those, and you'll be really interested to see my growth from the year. So if you enjoy that, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share so other people can find it as well. Alright, so if you're new here, I am a music teacher at an elementary school here in Savannah, Georgia, and then on top of that, I run a Teachers Pay Teachers store, which is kind of like Etsy but for teachers, and then I also run an Etsy shop, and I have a blog, and then I have this YouTube channel. So I have kind of a lot of stuff all under the Becca's Music Room umbrella. So here we go. These are the goals that I made at the beginning of 2019 to see if I could hit them. So I had quite a few, and I split them up into business, school, and then personal. Yeah, so we're just gonna hop right in here. So as far as business, my goal was to do 4 product uploads a month onto Teachers Pay Teachers. I went way over that every month except for December. December was crazy town. If you want to see all about it, I've watched like the whole thing in my Vlogmas 2019. It was crazy. So I did not get a lot of products up because I was very busy with concerts and concerts mostly. It was a lot. So I did not worry about that. But every other month, I put up a lot more than 4. So at least 1 YouTube video a week. Again, I hit that. I hit that way more. I've been doing like 3 or more some weeks. And then I have 2 different Etsy shops. One of them I sell like artwork, and I had a goal for that and I didn't quite hit it. I got like halfway there, which was more than I did last year or the year before, so I'm still content with that. But I would like to sell more this year. And then my other one I didn't start until July, so I didn't have a goal for what I wanted to do. And that one is also called Becca's Music Room, and I sell like ukulele bags, recorder bags, door signs for music teachers, just music teachery stuff. And so again, I didn't have it open, so I don't have a goal for that one. But yeah, so for business, I think I did pretty well. As far as school goals, I wanted to organize my classroom. Check that, and I did that last year, and then really did it at the beginning of this year to get things like really kind of where I want them, and then to differentiate my lessons more. And I definitely worked really hard on that. Kind of let it slack here in November and December, but we're gonna hop right on that when we get back next week. Personal goals, these are very so the first one was that I wanted to do 50 lessons of Swahili on the app called Duolingo. So Duolingo is a like language learning app I love. I have used it for years to help me with different language classes. And last year I had some kids in my children's church who only spoke Swahili when they first got here, and they learned English pretty rapidly, but I still was trying to learn Swahili so I could communicate more effectively with them. I did my 50 lessons, but I did not get anywhere near being able to like actually talk to anybody. It was harder than I expected, actually, because I've learned Spanish and French, and so I was like, oh yeah, it won't be that much more difficult. But I also, wasn't going to like a class. So I did my 50 lessons, but then I ended up not doing that anymore because the kids stopped coming to our church. They went to a different church. And so I was like, there's no reason for me to speak Swahili if they're not here. So I did my 50 lessons, but I did not get anywhere close to like actually being able to talk to people. Because again, like there's no point. So I felt okay giving that one up. My second goal was to lose 10 pounds. I did that actually, I think like in January. It was pretty quick. My third goal was to plant a garden. I I have no excuse for that one. I just didn't. My fourth goal was to organize my art studio. So I used to have like an office art studio combo, and then we did some rearranging in our house and actually ended up splitting them. So it was a hot mess because I just had too much stuff, not enough space, because I had like art stuff, and then I had like business stuff, and then I had like books, and it was kind of a catch-all for everything. But splitting them up has made a huge difference, and it's definitely much more organized than it used to be. So I kind of have, this is like my office, and so this is where I usually work, and I also have a couch in here, so I'll like read and stuff. And then that I call my Etsy studio because I do painting, and then I also do sewing for like my ukulele bags. But yeah, and that, I didn't know that was gonna happen when I wrote this goal. So I did that, not quite in the way I thought I would, but I did it. My next one was to improve my calligraphy. I didn't spend a ton of time on this, but I do think that I definitely got better. I was looking through some things that I had done last year in January, calligraphy wise, and it definitely looks a lot better now. Part of it is because I got better pens. I had been using the Tombow dual tip brush pens, which I love, but the brush pen is like really big. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about. The brush pen is really big, and so when I tried to do calligraphy, like it was fine for big things, but I couldn't write small. So I got some smaller ones that I really like. They're called Fudenosaki, something like that. But those have been helping me be much more successful, and just so I still use the brush pens, but I kind of use both, but I like the Fudenosaki for just normal things. Anyway, my last personal goal was to read 24 books, and I blew that one out of the water. I read 32 books. So every year my goal is to read one book more than I read the year before. So 2018 I read 23. So my goal was 24. I read 32. So next year my goal is 33. Well, this year, I guess. So I did that one really well. If you are interested in any book related content, please leave that down below, because I would love to talk about books all day long, but I don't know that anyone else is interested. So let me know if you're interested. So those are all of my goals. I do want to share, I'm not normally like my word of the year kind of person, but I did actually end up with some words last year, not really on purpose. They just kind of came to me and I couldn't get them out of my head. And so those were two that kind of seem dissimilar. The first one is grace, and the second one was consistency. And this really was helpful in growing my business, because this was kind of my motto for this year, was be consistent with email, with YouTube videos, with Instagram posts, with everything as much as I can, and have grace for myself when it doesn't work out how I want it to. And that really helped to grow my business in 2019, because I just kept that, like, be as consistent as possible, but when I screw up, it's not the end of the world. So I didn't like get down on myself when I did mess up, because I did sometimes, and it wasn't the end of the world. So those are all my goals, my little words for the year. And then now we're gonna go really quickly through my income reports. So I did a first 6 months and a second 6 months of TPT and how much money I made, and I kind of talked through what I did each month and like what kind of made those changes. I'm not gonna go super in detail, partially because I've already done some of these months because they were already in the other videos. Goal for 2019 for like my TPT store was to make $300 a month. That's, you know, reasonable, right? I started it the September before, so September 2018. So this was January. It had just been a couple of months. My goal was 300 a month. I'm telling you this because I had no idea. I had no idea. So January, 196. Cool. February, made 373.52. Hit that $300 a month. March, 361.85. April, $520.90, which blew my mind. I had no idea that was possible or it was going to happen, and I was shocked. In May, it did go down, I think just because of the school year, to $397.42, but still over that 300 mark. And then June and July were also very small because, again, people are out for the summer, so they weren't working, so they weren't buying things, which is fine. So in June, I made $213.45, and in July, I made $202.27. That is more than I thought. I was expecting a big fat zero, but so I was really content making anything. Then in August, this is where it got crazy. So again, I was like, you know, if I make $300 a month, like that's kind of a stretch. I think I can do that. In August, I made $998.32. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bitter that I didn't make that extra $2 and make it $1,000. But still, like, I had no idea. So then in September, $1,383.71. So $1,000 more than my goal for the year. Yeah. And then in October, I thought it was going to go down, but it actually went up by $40. So I made $1,383.71. I was super excited because, again, I thought it was going to go down, and it did not. It went up by $40. So that was really exciting. In November, it did go down quite a bit, which it was like, you know, it was disappointing, but I didn't think it would, you know, I kind of expected that to happen. So in November, I made $958.83, which was not quite $1,000, which, again, I was a little bitter that it wasn't quite $1,000. But when you think about how my goal was $300, it was okay. And then in December, I made $866.69. So again, went down a little bit, but it's okay. I'm gonna add these up because I did not do that yet. All right, so I added up all of the months, and if you were keeping track, then you would know that makes a grand total of $7,816.56. I am so content with that number. That is not including my Etsy shops. It's not including my blog. It is just strictly TPT. The reason I'm telling you this is not to be like, look at all the money I made. The reason I'm telling you this is because my goal was $3,580 a year, and I didn't know if I would hit that. And I more than doubled it. Well, I guess I did double, I don't know. And I pretty much doubled it. So if you are thinking about setting goals for maybe a side hustle that you have, go big is my first thing. And secondly, do the things that back it up. So I didn't just say, oh, I want to make $3,000. The end. I said, I want to make $3,000. I'm going to do that by uploading 4 products a month, uploading a YouTube video every week, writing a blog post every week, being consistent and consistent and consistent, even when it's hard, and even when I don't want to, and even when I want to sleep, because I wake up super early to work on my TPT shop. Yeah. So set your goals, figure out how you want to actually get there, and then make it happen. That's my goal for you. So some of you are, again, going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so much money. How did you make that much money? And then other people are going to be like, you only made $7,000, like that's it. Whichever camp you are in, I'm okay with that, because this is much more than I thought I would be doing. So I'm quite content. Next year, I am setting the bar a little bit higher, because I looked at that and said, okay, I'm not dreaming big enough, clearly. So next year, I am setting the bar a little bit higher. I'm going to put my 2020 goals in a separate video. So if you're interested in that, then make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Let me know if you hit your goals for 2019 and what you are the most proud of for 2019. And if you have any questions about how I've made this happen, let me know that too. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and have a wonderful week.